Red Dead Online is not in a good position right now. We have countless bugs and players are begging for some new content. It has led a lot of players saying that this game is now dead again. And this is not the first time where players have said that about this game. I should also say that it's not just a few people, we're talking about a hell of a lot of the community. So many players have stopped playing this game, other players only hop on to do daily challenges to get gold for the next update, and some players such as myself play this on a daily basis, but that's mainly because we know the potential that this game can reach, but unfortunately that potential is not there quite yet. So today we are going to be talking about some content that Rockstar can make that will resuscitate Red Dead Online with the next update. And I did do a similar video to this about a month and a half ago, but that one was about way in the future if Red Dead was ever to get in a very bad position. And some of that content that I talked about in that video is not ideal for the next update. I talk about highly requested roles, the Rockstar editor, Rockstar creator, and even heists. And I think we can all agree that those are not coming anytime soon. So in this video I'm going to be talking about a few small changes that Rockstar can make which would definitely liven up Red Dead Online. Before I get into the video, I do just want to quickly remind you that I am streaming every Monday, Wednesday and Friday over on Twitch. If you want to talk more in depth about Rockstar Games, Red Dead Online and the future of where this game is going, head over to there, follow that and you'll be notified every time I go live. Getting back to the video, the first thing to talk about, and I must put this first because if I put it anywhere else on this list, everyone would get extremely mad. And I 100% understand why, because these are incredibly irritating. So first on my list is fixing the bugs within this game. We have a number of different issues that go all the way back from before the summer update. And it is crazy that these problems have not been fixed. Most of us that play this game on a daily basis have said that for the next major update, we would much rather see bug fixes across the whole game rather than any new content added to the game. And that just shows the level and the amount of problems within this game. Around a month and a half, maybe even 2 months ago, Rockstar did finally acknowledge some of the problems within the game. They spoke about the animal spawn rate and they started pushing out weekly updates. The animal spawn rate has got slightly better, but it's still not 100%. And you can compare this by going into a free roam lobby with 20-25 people and going into a legendary bounty and comparing how many animals spawn in. There is still a massive difference. Rockstar also pushed out fixes that said it was there to fix the camp spawning in, and in some cases the camp has got better. But yet again, now we have a problem where on the minimap it says the camp is there, but unfortunately the camp isn't actually there. And those are just two of the main issues that we've had ever since the summer update. With the Moonshine update we have a number of other problems, such as the Moonshine Shack disappearing, not being able to interact with Maggie or Marcel, not getting money every time you do a Moonshine delivery, infinite load-in screens which stop you from playing the game and the only way you can solve it is by dashboarding. And those are just a few major ones that we've had. There are still countless other problems that people tell me about on a daily basis. And it's crazy how many people tweet me or message me on Xbox or even now on live streams and tell me that they've had a certain problem that I have never ever encountered. And it just shows the amount of problems going on and the bugs that I'm yet to experience. So the first thing that needs to be done for the next update is fix the goddamn bugs. The second thing on my list is to bring out 1 or 2 new roles, but also add another 20 ranks to the trader, collector, bounty hunter and moonshiner. This will be equivalent to bringing out 5 or 6 roles without having to start from fresh of making 5 or 6 roles. It might go without saying, but with the Frontier Pursuits update and the Moonshine update, despite the problems that came along with it, there was a huge amount of players that stopped playing the game and then came back to test the new update, and there was also a huge amount of players that never thought to play in Red Dead Online finally deciding to play it. So these updates that include the roles are very good for this game. The problem lies with the roles not lasting too long. It is incredibly easy with the content that we get from these updates to progress through it very quickly. Even if you're not someone like me who actually prepares for the next update and does want to actually complete it as quickly as possible, it is still extremely easy for you to complete it. Going from rank 0 to rank 20 is not hard at all. So if Rockstar were to bring out 1 or 2 new roles, which I'm sure is what they were planning to do, it was heavily speculated that was photography and lawman, going into them as fresh, not being able to prepare for them, you will still easily be able to complete them within a couple days. But having 6 roles where where you have to get 20 ranks for each is going to take a hell of a lot longer. Some of you guys might be sitting there right now listening to me say about 6 roles, and you might be thinking that yeah, that's all well and good, but for Rockstar to make 6 roles is kind of out of scope, considering the Frontier Pursuits update only gave us 3 roles and also the Moonshine update only gave us 1. So to ask for 6 roles for the next update with everything going on in the world is kinda ridiculous. But with this, Rockstar only need to make 1 or 2 new roles from the beginning. The other 4 roles are roles that are already within the game. They don't need to implement any new mechanics. They don't need to implement any new features. It's just about going from rank 20 to rank 40 with unlocks every single rank. And these ranks are cosmetic items. We don't need any new types of features added to the game. It could be based off stuff that we already have. They can easily release the rank 20 horses that you can get in each of these roles at rank 40, but this time it's different types of coats and you get to pick the types of coat that you want for the horse. The horse has the exact same stats, but this time it's a different skin. So the workload to add 20 ranks on top of the trader, collector, bounty hunter and moonshiner, it is a lot less compared to having to make 1 new role, but it will provide a hell of a lot of content for players to play through. The next thing on my list is going off something similar for the previous thing that I just said, and that is new variations for the moonshiner bootlegger missions and also the trader resupplies. This can also link up to moonshine deliveries and also trader deliveries. This is content that is already within the game, so we do not need any new features added. But with these, we can have different types of missions where we have to go to different locations. I'm sure if you have been going through either the trader or moonshiner quite a few times doing those types of resupply missions, you have ended up doing the exact same mission time and time again. I had my moonshine shack set up in Bayou, and I kept on doing the exact same missions over and over and over again to the point of where I knew them off by heart. Having a new type of variation just gets to change things up, but yet again it is using a similar mechanic. It is still going to a certain location and destroying something, going to a certain location and killing someone, going to a certain location and getting in a fist fight. It's still the exact same thing, except this time you're starting to mix it up a bit. You're starting to go to different locations rather than the ones that we're already very familiar with, and that just brings some unfamiliarity to the game. Instead of getting into a bar fight at the saloon, you are now getting into a fight at the train station, and it could just be slight differences like that. It's not much of a change, but it is something different, especially for those that do already enjoy the current roles within the game. And even as the new roles come out, if they are a photographer and lawman and you're not too excited about them, but you absolutely love the trader and moonshiner, it just gives more variation to the game, just making it more exciting to you. This can also apply to the different types of deliveries that you have to do. With the moonshiner and trader, it's always about going from point A to point B, and after doing them quite a few times in certain areas, you start to know that there's only 3 or 4 deliveries within that area. So different types of locations where you have to take these deliveries is just another level of variation yet again. Going off this, the exact same thing can be done for the different types of bounty targets, bounty locations, and also the different types of collectibles that you can find within the game. You can easily have new types of collectibles that you have to find at different locations. Likewise, you can go to the bounty board and get different bounties within different locations. Yet again, it is still doing the exact same thing, but it's just that next level of variation. Another thing with the bounty hunter that I did also want to squeeze into this video is to also change the payout. Whenever I talk about the bounty hunter, most players do not like how they get paid. They do not like having to wait around for the last couple minutes to hand the bounty in just so they can get a higher payout. The bounties should have an exact price if you bring them in alive or if you bring them in dead. There should be no if you wait this amount of time you'll get this payout. It should be if you bring them in alive you get $30, but if you bring them in dead you only get $10. Yet again, these are all very easy changes and small changes that can be applied to the previous roles within the game without actually having to bring any new content in. And the final thing to talk about is the Outlaw Pass. As far as I can tell, Outlaw Pass will stay the same. The Outlaw Pass is about giving players cosmetics and allow them to unlock them through ranks. I would like to see it be harder for you to rank up, maybe similar from going from rank 0 all the way to rank 100 as your character. Every time you rank up, there's an increase in the amount of XP that you need to get for the next rank, but that is my only problem with it. But other than that, the content that Rockstar employees have to make for it is very doable. It is mainly cosmetics. There are also some other perks in there where you can get coupons, you can get money, and you can also get gold. Everything else that you'll find is cosmetics. We don't need new stuff like a new dog which requires new animations. It could just be a different color for clothing that we've already had, or a different coat for a horse that we've already had, or a different weapon skin for the weapons that you can already buy. So all of this work is still within scope if Rockstar employees are having to work from home whilst in lockdown. But anyway guys, those are very realistic updates that we could get for the next major update with everything else going on in the world that can still resurrect Red Dead Online. The only thing that could very well be out of scope is the 1 or 2 new roles added to the game, but as said, there is a workaround with that and we can still get ranks for the trader, collector, bounty hunter and moonshiner. And if all of this was to happen, everything that I said within this video, this would still be the biggest update that we've ever had within Red Dead Online. So let me know in the comment section down below. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Or do you have any other suggestions? If you do want to talk more in depth about this with me, then I will be live streaming on Monday, Wednesday and Friday. If you want to be a part of that, there is a link in the description down below. But anyway guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going, so see ya.